So, AJ Felton, welcome to Catch the Couch.
What up, man? Chilling. What's good with it?
Nothing much. I see you've been working lately, man. That's success on for the summer. How you been doing with that?
Oh man, for the summer is definitely taking off. Still building right now. Most love's being shown actually in the city, which is good. So it's picked up on the stations in Alexandria. I actually got a performance later on today. But success feel good, man. Like just having something that everybody know you for, of like a, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily even just a hit song yet, because I still don't think it hit just yet. But to have somebody know you for like a particular song that lead into other projects has been good.
That's what's up. Now you really dropped this in the spring, though, right?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be the build up going into the summer. So by the time the summer get here, boom, everybody know what it is. So it was definitely a plan in it. So it's been building up.
So we seen the video. You dropped it on Future 106 exclusively. How was that process working with Mike?
Man, the video shoot itself, working with Mike was like the dopest nigga ever, bro. Like it was direction that he was giving that I wasn't even thinking about. Definitely being able for him to bring out the when he brought the drone out, like that actually made it dope as fuck, because we weren't really like constrained to just one type of like camera angle or anything. It was a lot of shit that he got to capture. The process of getting the video ready was actually what was most fucking troubling. I'm trying to get everybody there on time and shit. But nah, just working with Mike, like Mike dope as fuck, man. Like I definitely recommend Mike for anybody trying to get some videos done and shit.
So was that your vision to have the old schools in the video, drop top?
It was, and it was actually, it was like a last minute thing, because the drops that I was supposed to have out, because it was so last minute, they weren't able to get there. So actually shout out my nigga Flip. It was some people that he actually knew that had the whips, and we just had to wait because they had an event going on that day. So it was more so just waiting for them to get cleared up to where they can come out. But yeah, they pulled them out for me, so that was dope as hell. Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the video, there's a slight little snippet of something called No Emotion. Is that the follow-up track?
Yes, No Emotion. Well, not necessarily the follow-up. No Emotions is like the B-side to For the Summer. Because again, being known for that one song, that's what most people know me for who don't know, like I'm really like spitting on some shit. B-side, No Emotion was the B-side to it, to where it's like, okay, he may be known for this almost, I don't want to call it a party record, but just kind of like this club feel type of song. But No Emotion was to let niggas know, like, no, like I can really do this spitting shit, like for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, No Emotion been getting a lot of love too, though. No Emotion, No Emotion been moving.
In your early days, you had a tape, I Just Want to Rap.
Yes.
Volume 1 and Volume 2. Will we get another one out of those?
Actually, it's been a transition from the I Just Want to Raps. So initially starting off, I Just Want to Rap that was actually gonna be how Wayne had like the dedication series. That was kind of what I was thinking of for I Just Want to Rap, and I was like, well, I can do I Just Want to Raps forever. You know what I'm saying? And just keep putting them out. Well, the transition to I Just Want to Rap actually is now known as Just Because. So the Just Because EP, which is the last thing I just put out, in a sense, it was I Just Want to Rap Volume 3, but I changed the name to Just Because. Because the way that's gonna work is like, I Just Want to Rap was supposed to be me just over like instrumentals. I may do like a couple of original tracks on there, but mainly it was just to showcase rapping over instrumentals. And that's kind of what Just Because has become. It's gonna be more of me like taking other people's beats, rapping over those, throwing a few original tracks on there, getting to work with people that, you know what I'm saying, may not necessarily fit the direction that I'm going with for like a statement music project, but is artists that I still want to try to work with or try to get in with. So Just Because is literally just the transition from I Just Want to Rap.
Okay. So your statement music project, Statement Music 1, loved it. Statement Music 2.
Thank you.
You had a lot of features on there and stuff, so can we expect a Statement Music 3?
State Music 3 is actually just getting started on. I was actually in the studio with Kato. If y'all in Ellick and y'all ain't fucking with Kato on the track, I'm telling you, like, y'all sleeping. Bass Trap where it's at, like, y'all definitely need to be over this way. So we just getting started on it. Just had the first official sit down yesterday. So State Music 3 on the way. And again, we are literally at the drawing board. So everything from here to when it actually come out, like we actually coming up with it right now.
So you don't know who's going to be on this project. You don't know the beat selection. You don't know
nothing at all.
The artwork or nothing.
Nothing, man. And typically, especially with the artwork, like I don't really fuck with the artwork until I got the songs done. You know what I'm saying? Because then that kind of give me an idea of what I think it should look like. Kind of like with Statement Music 2, like it ended up being a U.S. flag, like of the United States, but it was in black and white, because that was kind of what was going on. It was kind of the undertone of the tape of like a young black kid in America. It was the time where like all these killings was going on, you know what I'm saying? And then same thing kind of like with the first Statement Music. It really wasn't any cover art. It was just a black screen or just a black cover, and it just said Statement Music on it. And the whole point of that was like, I don't need y'all to focus on nothing else but this music. Like, so from there, so as far as like the cover and shit, I'm not really gonna start on that until we go through it. I got artists in mind that I want to try to do something with. Not really gonna voice those. Those gonna be surprises. I probably honestly won't let y'all know who on that until like right before it drop. And I don't even think I'm gonna bleed like all the features out when they get there. But it's definitely some people I'm gonna work with.
Yeah, this also has a subtitle as the city.
Yes.
So this is you putting the city on your back.
Yeah.
Carrying the torch.
You know, I'm trying, man. Trying to make sure that it's a spotlight on Ellick. Like I say, and like if you know me or you ever had any type of conversation around music, especially pertaining to Ellick, like I speak to it being a lot of talent out here. It's crazy how in this past maybe like 3 to 5 years, like just organically, everybody has started to get their own sound. Cause I can remember days where like we used to sound like Baton Rouge, or we used to sound like Texas, or we used to sound like Shreveport. You know what I'm saying?
Sounded like Texas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily now when you hear somebody rap, you like, oh, that's an Alexandria sound. It's not that, but I don't think it's a lot of times when you hear people now and you like, oh, that sounds like such and such city or such and such state. You know what I'm saying? I think now like we all starting to kind of get on our own and like create our own sound. So that's why with Statement Music 3, with it being the city, why I'm trying to like lock in with those artists, especially that I feel gonna be people who can actually, like you say, carry that torch for the city, to keep the spotlight on it, to keep it going, because it's a lot of talent down here.
So with that being said, what artists or Alexandria artists do you listen to mostly?
I think by this time, like everyone should know I'm a big Blackwell fan. Tevin Blackwell's like, to me personally, is the dopest nigga in LA. But I say I listen to Tevin on a daily, weekly basis. Yoda Black Project, fire. Listen to him on a weekly to daily basis. Definitely fuck with D-Roll. Man, and I don't know if y'all heard Poor Rich Woman's last project, but that's the best shit that dropped in Ellick in 2017. Like that's the best shit that dropped this year that I heard. If it was out before this year and I was late on it, I do apologize, because when I heard that shit, like it's in the deck now. Like I haven't taken that CD out since I got it. Like I listen to that every day. Damn, man, it's a lot of people in the city I listen to. Shit, too many to name. I know that, like, it's gonna be a rare occasion that somebody had me listening to something and I don't fuck with it enough to, like, at least if I don't listen to it a couple times a week, like I'm gonna at least listen to it every day. Like it's a rare occasion that I hear something that I'm not a fan of what the song is.
So we can expect like features from all of these people you named there.
can't say we can expect that, because there's a lot of times where it could be an artist that you like and maybe the song don't come together how you want it to come together. So I can't even guarantee that. Yeah, but we gonna get to working. we gonna get to working to see what's up.
So just last November, you were part of a cipher for Future 106. So you were the anchor in the cipher.
Yes.
How did this verse come about? Because it seems like you got the most love out of the cipher.
Well, for one, like, just the numbers that the cipher did was crazy. That was like the biggest project that I had a chance to be involved with. On top of, like you said, like just getting the love. And I think as an artist, like, we may necessarily not care what people's opinions are, you know what I'm saying, as far as the art, but we definitely appreciate it when there's love shown. So that's definitely how I was feeling, like, coming off of the cipher. But going into it, like, immediately when I heard the beat, I had already knew, like, it wasn't something that I needed to be like super duper lyrical on, but it was definitely a beat that I needed to, like, and I call it like a performance verse, like just the shit that I was saying, like, it just puts you in a certain mood. So I knew going in to write it, like, I was writing it from the aspect that if I had to perform this in front of people, you know what I'm saying, which was kind of what the cipher ended up being. But yeah, so that was really the process, just going into it like this a performance that I gotta get right.
So being the anchor, did you feel there was a lot of pressure?
I don't want to say it was pressure. I think the most pressure was just me knowing, like, what people would have been expecting who knew that I rapped, like what they would have been expecting with me being the anchor. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily pressure in the sense of, oh shit, I gotta kill this shit because I'm rapping last. It's more of a, oh shit, I gotta kill this shit because I know what people expecting for me rapping last. But again, like, it was, I can't really say it was pressure. It was fun. Like, it was fun as hell writing it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, as far as pressure, it wasn't no pressure. That shit was just fun to me.
Okay, so within this cipher, I know I only asked for 32 bars, but you decided to go for 2 minutes and 30-something seconds. Why is that?
Well, for one, when the idea was brought to me, I had initially said, one, I wasn't doing a 16. It was going to have to be more than a 16. It was like, all right, you can do a 32. Once I heard the beat, I knew a 32 wasn't going to be enough for me to fit in what I wanted to say. And, like, once the beat started going and I started writing, like, I literally didn't get to a stopping point until the beat ended. So it was just one of them, like, I knew there was no way it was gonna be a 32, like, at all. Like, so if there was a challenge in a sense, it was gonna be trying to put what I wanted to say in 32, but I knew that just wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna be a challenge that I was gonna win. Like, I had to go more than 32 on there. Had to.
So on the first cipher, who impressed you other than yourself?
Everybody impressed me just with what they had, but I would say, excluding myself, who I felt had the best verse on the cipher was definitely Nate. Like, Nate ate that cipher, man. Like, it was crazy. And if y'all know Nate, please make sure y'all try to follow Equinox on whether it's Facebook or Instagram, man. He put up these car freestyles, and I swear it's like some of the best shit lyrically you ever heard. But for the cipher, especially Nate, Nick, I feel like it's kind of hard to judge Nick because Nick my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But even with that, like, Nick still killed that shit, you know what I'm saying? B came with a flavor on there that I think kind of caught most people off guard, but he definitely had some shit within his verse that was just dope as fuck. So like I said, they all impressed me, but Nate, to me, I was even including myself, I still feel like Nate had the best verse on that shit. Like, that nigga Nate was eating. That was like the perfect set off for that shit. Like, that nigga killed that shit.
I know this cipher really meant something to you because previously you had posted on Facebook that you wanted to do a cipher, and it ended up being like maybe 2 or 3 years later that you actually were in this one.
Yes.
Did that take any effect on it?
Man, the crazy shit was, which I'm glad, I don't know who the fuck at Facebook thought of this shit, man, but to do that memory shit is like, sometimes it be memories you don't really be wanting to give a fuck about, but for the most part, it's always something that you see that make you think like, damn, that is what happened. So with the cipher thing, that's why I actually saw it, and this could have been, what, 2010, maybe 2011, I think, where I posted the shit. And I was saying like, man, it'd be dope if we could all get together, do a cipher, whatever. And it wasn't even, at the time, outside of Nick, I didn't know any other person that was in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? Or we wasn't even like just fucking around like that to where that would have been something we was thinking about at the time. So to see it come full circle to where I was actually able to, you know what I'm saying, not only participate in it, but to be, in a sense, like a fan favorite, on top of it being something that was big for the city that everybody was looking at, you know what I'm saying, like that shit was dope, like super dope.
So did you get a chance to check out the cipher too?
Oh, hell yeah. What? Man, this is like no disrespect to any other nigga that was in that shit, but I gotta get a crown of this one to Groove. Cause just how Groove was flipping styles on that bitch, like that nigga Groove was crazy. Rob set that shit off dope as fuck. Oh, I'm saying Rob. Nina set that shit off dope as fuck. Like Nina killed that shit. It was like the perfect opening to what you would have wanted to hear over the warning beat. Then Groove came in, and of course, like everybody's favorite shit in is that "come and follow me down to the land down," like, and just how he flip between the singing and the rapping, and even when he was rapping, switch the styles in between that shit was dope. My nigga Trey had some crazy ass punchlines in that shit, like some of the shit I was just like, damn, like that gym, it was like right before the end of this shit, that nigga did this like gym scheme, like that shit was dope as fuck. And then Ro just ended it fucking perfectly. Like the execution of the shit. I like how he started it and did the whole like throw a ball away thing. Like that shit was dope as fuck, man. And again, like to know the nigga and to hear the shit he was talking about, and to know that this was, oh, okay, this was exactly what the fuck it was. Like, yeah, that shit was dope. But I definitely get this one to Groove though. That nigga Groove dope as fuck. Like, dope as fuck.
So do you think they did justice on the Biggie Warning beat?
Hell yeah. What? And at first, I can remember, like, first hearing it, and I was a little skeptical as far as, like, the instrumental selection. But after seeing how they executed over that shit, I was like, damn. Because it was one of the things where I don't think they would have been expecting it to be as lyrical as it was, you know what I'm saying? And then just what that beat mean, like that shit came together dope as hell. They definitely did that Wanna Be justice.
Could you see yourself doing another cipher with either one of them?
I mean, I could always see it. And the crazy shit about like the first cipher is that like I'm not really like a cipher dude. Like that's the craziest shit. That's not really, because I'd rather sit down and try to like construct like a good verse, or try to put together like a good song, or try to put together like a good project. So just the fact that like it was that good, it was like crazy to me, because I was like, damn, this ain't even really shit that I do. But if there was one put together with those artists, it would definitely be something like I would think about jumping in. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's just the competitive nature of making sure that like you can stand out when even amongst like people that are also great at what they do. Like just making sure you get something, or that challenge to try to stand out when niggas like that.
So if you had to put together your own cipher with you included from the city, who would it be?
How many artists? I get 4 artists?
Well, you'll get 3 if you're in it.
Oh, okay. So 3 artists. And it's strictly based on ciphers. I feel like I gotta put Tevin in it by default. Nada had to be in it. And really, I don't know if y'all like be on this nigga, bruh, but in just in the sense of a cipher, I'd have to go Quan Chi as far as somebody from the city. to do the shit. I don't know if y'all fuck with Quan Chi. But that nigga, like, lyrically, just his rap style is different and the shit stand out. So if I had to put a cipher together out of the city, of like strictly just thinking about it like from a cipher perspective, it would be me, Black, Nate, and Quan Chi. That's what I pick.
So what can your fans expect from you upcoming?
So of course still trying to get more shows under the belt. Like I said, I do got something today. But next, man, is just gonna be getting full-fledged locked into this the city, like the Statement Music 3 project. So that's definitely the next big thing that the fans need to look out for. And I've been kind of sprinkling this out there. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but it's a possibility. Right now it's still at the low possibility, but I just want to throw it out there just to put it in the atmosphere. That could possibly be another Just Because project dropping. We don't know if we're gonna drop it before the city, because right now, like I said, that's something that I want to do, just to try to throw that idea out there. It's definitely something that I want to do, but the main focus is gonna be on Statement Music the city. But it's a possibility y'all might see one squeezed in there. Could be something that drop tomorrow, could be something that drop in a year. You don't really know, but I'm definitely gonna try to get that to y'all. But the next main big one to look out for is gonna be Statement Music 3 the city.
Was really hoping niggas wouldn't get me started. Fuck chasing hits on my different artists. Get to the biz, we can skip the talking. I was quick to speak and give them rigor mortis. Get your shit to stiff and then I rip your carcass. I've been known to put kids to coffins. Toke free smoke, we can skip the coffin. Now watch a nigga make wins from losses. Try to tell them to proceed with caution. But they speaking like I ain't the best. Might walk the path, I gotta change the steps. Can't talk with goats and not arrange.